Harris, we'll see him in the next round, take on Alan Sanchez. More first-round action is headed your way next, live from Playa del Carmen. This is Combat Jiu-Jitsu Worlds. Coming up next in our CJJ World Welterweight Tournament, we'll see the always entertaining Oscar de los Santos, representing J. Page's Jiu-Jitsu. Tonight, he welcomes the newcomer, Jacob Rosales, representing the Den Training Center. On deck, it's Oscar de los Santos meeting Jacob Rosales. Ladies and gentlemen, our welterweight tournament continues here. Please welcome to the mat, representing J. Page's Jiu-Jitsu, it is Oscar de los Santos. And his opponent, representing the Den Training Center, it is Jacob Rosales. Your referee for this bout is Master Vic, Victor Davila. Opening round action continues here in Playa del Carmen. TJ DeSantis, Brandon McCatherine. Appreciate you joining us. We've got Oscar de los Santos taking on Jacob Rosales.
De los Santos tried to use that tie to snap him down. De los Santos, very exciting fighter in his own right.
30 seconds, get down.
Both of these men are black belts.
20 seconds, get down.
Extensive MMA background for Jacob Rosales. 11-0 amateur run. 13-8 as a pro mixed martial artist.
10 seconds, get down.
It's a lot of cage time. Trying to use this foot sweep, but we're gonna. Oh, De Los Santos. I was gonna say we're gonna see a get down rule, but De Los Santos changed levels briefly, and then he's gonna take the bottom position for this get down.
And do you like the restart with the double under, double butterfly?
I love it because there's opportunity offensively for both guys. We saw in Aaron Wilson's matchup, he was able to use that double underhook to come up, and he put Mikey Gonzalez down hard. But a lot of times we'll see that it works out in the favor of the top guy. Both guys have a lot of offense that they can produce from that position, and it is pretty even. Look at that. De Los Santos comes up, body lock, not able to complete the takedown, and back to the feet we go.
Coming up on 2 minutes of elapsed time in regulation.
Hard collar tie by De Los Santos. Rosales kind of sort of changed levels, a little too far out to make anything happen. Got to be really careful with a dangerous athlete like De Los Santos when you're shooting that shot from too far out. You're going to have to set that up if you want to get in on a guy like that.
You can see the way that these two men are approaching this wrestling game that, you know, positioning on the floor, it really matters. This isn't a case of like, I'm happy with being anywhere on the floor. No, these guys, I think, both want to sort of be in control in the position that they land when they get there, and we're seeing that play out in the wrestling game.
Check out how Rosales takes that grip, turns it to the outside. You see that palm to the outside, trying to open up space maybe for a potential duck under for himself.
Second get down rule of the match in play now.
It'll be De Los Santos on bottom again. De Los Santos keeping the posture under control. He didn't try to come up this time. He opted to play his guard with the double unders. You see the foot in the hip. And now he's going to move back to his closed guard. Keeping control of that underhook. Now posture up by Rosales, able to free himself.
Combination of strikes here, a lot of left hands. Big right there, scramble for position, now back to the feet.
Good action by Rosales. De Los Santos didn't like being on the receiving end of that. He opted to play his guard off of that get down rule that time, and once the strike started coming, he said, you know what, I think I liked my get up from the bottom position idea better. Hard collar tie there by Rosales.
We'll call that a clubbing collar tie.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
15 seconds.
So they're spending a lot of time on the feet, but neither guy, another hard clubbing collar tie by Rosales. Spending a lot of time on the feet, but neither guy really able to create any kind of offensive opportunity for himself out of the wrestling game. They're going to get into this get down again. That's the third one so far in this match.
You know, it's interesting. We see the get down rule sometimes, you know, only come into play once or twice in a match. But again, neither of these guys really willing to relinquish the position.
Check that out.
Now, saw that sweep there. That was nicely done.
Yeah, Rosales, he ends up on the bottom of the get down rule for the first time out of that exchange and uses it to get right back to his feet. Or right into a sweep, I should say, and now back to the feet. 2-on-1 by Rosales. Still Santos trying to hang heavy on his head. Feints the single leg.
Yeah, the tempo of this wrestling match on the feet now starting to pick it up a little bit.
Both guys coming in hard with those collar ties. Fingers laced up over there on the far side.
30 seconds, get down.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the record is for amount of times that the get down rule's been utilized in one match, but we are dangerously close to the fourth one in this one. You think about it, a minute has to elapse each time. There's only 10 minutes in regulation.
Rosales toying with him here, showing his back. Yeah, he can't do that actually. So he took a knee and then threw a strike up. That's actually not allowed, and you saw Victor tell him he can't do that.
Yeah, it's playing the game. They don't want you playing the game.
Oh,
De Los Santos
hard
lands a nice right hand from the top, and strikes coming back his way from the bottom. Just under 3.5 minutes remain here in regulation.
Another good strike landed by De Los Santos. Ooh, swing and a miss that time. That was a good look, though. Outside De La Riva by Rosales. Uses it to kick himself up with a little momentum and land a strike off the bottom.
Fires that left hand to the body, does De Los Santos. Just 2.5 minutes remain in regulation. A couple left hands.
And nice work at the legs by De Los Santos, keeping that staple. Pinning the leg of Rosales, offering himself an opportunity to land some good strikes.
And talking about strikes, we see the evolution of the striking game in combat jiu-jitsu time and time again with these events adding up. And, you know, the last two events, last couple of days, we've seen a lot more volume, a lot of combinations of strikes.
Yeah, Bree Stick last night in her first match. She ended up losing in overtime, but some of the striking that she was throwing, look at that, sitting up off the bottom for a strike. Some of the striking that Bree was throwing last night in combination, straight 1-2s. She's even throwing uppercuts, and now De Los Santos sliding around to side control with under 2 minutes. Holding on, consolidating position, sliding the knee to the belly now. He's going to try to move himself to mount, and he does.
Nicely done.
Keeping escape attempt off the bottom. Nothing going. De Los Santos able to hold that position, strong hips, good body weight distribution. Turning towards the back now, exposing the back is Rosales. Body triangle right away for De Los Santos. Hands to the face. He's slapping the face and then keeping his hand there to smother.
Inside the final minute.
Oh, that
my.
was a hard shot. He swung that one all the way from back at his house.
His house isn't close to here either.
No, that's what I mean. It was very far.
Yeah. 30 seconds left.
30 seconds.
You crack me up, TJ.
That's what I'm here for.
50 seconds.
These guys going to strike their way to the final bell here in regulation. I mean, these strikes are coming from every which way.
Yeah, De Los Santos doing a good job utilizing the back position to cut a bit of an angle and land some strikes from a better spot. That was a very interesting approach by De Los Santos. I like the way he did that. He wasn't focused so much on the control from the back. He had the body triangle. Go ahead.
Beautiful shot here of this crowd. Look at this. There are butts in every seat, B-Mac. A jiu-jitsu event in Mexico.
It's
Combat jiu-jitsu, that's right.
You can say what you want about combat jiu-jitsu, whether you do or do not like the rule set, but when you're here live, it's fun to watch, and these fans here know that.
If you're a fight fan and you're in the building for combat jiu-jitsu, you're going to have fun. Bottom line. Top of the first. Oh, trying to wrap up this
gable. Oh, man. Rosales using this opportunity to try to spin. De Los Santos using the right hand to hang on to the elbow.
Oh,
nice work.
Done. The escape into the guard will end the top of the first. So now Rosales going to go on offense here in the bottom.
That's about 25 seconds of ride time for De Los Santos. Oh, man, De Los Santos already escaping his hips. He's got Rosales chasing him. He's out of there.
Big statement there for Oscar De Los Santos. Headed to the top of the second now. And he goes back on the back of Jacob Rosales.
Master Vic was not ready for him to go just yet. Body triangle by De Los Santos.
He was close with it in the first overtime. Now trying to get it again is this rear naked choke by De Los Santos.
Yeah, it's not there right now, though. Best case scenario you create. Oh, this might be a little better here.
Oh, just slipped off. Did De Los Santos. You know, these guys are sweaty here, putting a lot of work in, and it was interesting how it was shaping up, but the slightest little slip there ends the frame of overtime. And now we're in the bottom of the second.
Rosales is going to need to get it into the 40, 50 second range to even up the ride time. Body triangle locked, but it is on the bottom side. That's traditionally considered the weaker side, to have your body triangle locked. When you're playing in the gym, sometimes you can get a guy to tap if you can put him over there with the body triangle on the bottom side. I've never seen that happen in a high-level competition, though. In fact, I've seen, think about how Mason Fowler was able to take out Craig Jones at Submission Underground. He was utilizing that bottom side triangle and a stretch and an extension to get the tap out of Craig. Happened twice, actually.
Yep.
Did it to him twice. You called those matches, didn't you?
Did not.
You didn't call those?
No, I mean, in my room by myself. No one heard it.
I watched them, Brandon. Much better ride here by Rosales, and he's moved himself into the lead as far as ride time is concerned as he now passes the 1 minute mark in the bottom of the second overtime.
When we talk about momentum in fights and grappling matches, momentum's such a huge thing, and momentum can really be felt in these overtime periods.
45 seconds.
Putting a lot of pressure on the foot there. Big stretch. Oh, got to be careful. It's under the chin just for a moment. Had a brief look. Now using that body triangle to drive a lot of pressure through the lower back and the core of De Los Santos. Much, much better ride by Rosales. I mean, the first one was 10 seconds. This one now is starting to approach the 2 minute mark.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a huge statement for him to max out the ride time in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, it's really going to put De Los Santos behind the 8 ball. He's going to have to come in with like a max ride time or a finish. Well, there he goes, the spin.
Not quite the max ride time, but a lot banked up there. We are headed to the top of the third. Again, a shot of our crowd here tonight in Playa del Carmen. It's been a very busy week in combat sports. Appreciate you joining us on this Sub-Day Sunday edition of Combat Jiu-Jitsu Worlds.
Oh, he's starting to create some rotation. Nice save by De Los Santos. Holding on to that backpack. Switching the body triangle off to the other side, but there's a little bit of rotation. Now goes to this Nelson. Oh, could we be looking at, oh man, going for that Suloev stretch, but a lot of pressure down on the neck. De Los Santos able to save it. Good reaction by Rosales. Using that Nelson to bend the head forward, pull Rosales back down to the ground, break him down to a hip. Again, good switch on the body triangle. Approaching the 1 minute mark now
1 minute.
for DLS. That's what I'm gonna start calling him.
I like that.
Rotation underway now by Rosales. Can De Los Santos save it? Switching off to the arm triangle. The arm is trapped, and it's out of there.
Able to keep that ride for just a couple of more moments. Could play a factor. Now headed to the bottom of the third. It is close here, so we're going to have these athletes fight it out, I believe.
It's close right now. DLS is in the lead, but by my calculations, only by about 3 seconds. So if Rosales can just get a ride for, 5 seconds, he's going to move himself into the next round.
Well, they're disengaging, so they're getting a check at the clock.
And he's reporting how much time is left. Oh, and they're going to call it.
Seems to be a little bit of confusion here. Nope.
Okay, now they're getting it correct, yeah.
Yeah,
He was about to call it.
And that's really important. You want to make sure that these athletes aren't putting in more work than they need to.
By my calculation, DLS is ahead by 3 seconds right now, and Rosales still has to do his portion of the third overtime. So he needs to get his shot at it. This is the correct call. But he only needs 4 seconds of ride time.
Right.
And again, I don't have the official clock.
You're the unofficial clock. And I don't want anything to do with math, so I just let you do it.
Oh, man. He may be starting to spin out.
Are you serious?
Oh, man.
Oh.
Listen, that's 4 seconds.
Wow.
Okay, so now it's really going to come down to the official clock, because by my calculations, it's a dead tie. Never trust the calculations of a man from Lawrence County, Alabama, though.
BMAC. I know who won, and I know by how much, and it's alarming. We're going to make it official.
Okay, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of overtime, we go to quickest escape time to crown our winner. And your winner, by 0.53 seconds, Jacob Rosales.
Whoa.
A touch over a half a second.
That's definitely the closest overtime that I've ever seen.
Ladies and gentlemen, the quarterfinal round continues here in Playa del Carmen. Please welcome back to the mat, representing the Den Training Center, this is Jacob Rosales. And his opponent, representing 10th Planet Las Vegas, here is Derek Rayfield. The referee for this bout is Master Victor Davila. And just like that, we're already to our final quarterfinal of the evening. Jacob Rosales, who was victorious by fastest escape time, which was less than a full second, taking on Derek Rayfield.
Rayfield into his butterfly guard off of that Rosales takedown. Now working out to the closed guard. I think we can expect, even though he's working the shoulder crunch right now, I think we can expect to see Derek getting into his rubber guard from here. Foot in the hip. He's going to try to create a bit of an angle. That shoulder crunch, there it is. That shoulder crunch is best utilized with the butterfly hooks. Derek going to the body triangle from closed guard.
What do you make of that?
I think there's a lot of value to that. I mean, it's definitely taxing on your opponent. You know, it's almost never going to turn. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. TJ.
I thought this was jiu-jitsu. That looked like a fight, B-Mac.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, we already said a fight last night looked like Fry and Takayama, and right now this is almost like a key lock inside the guard.
It is a key lock. He's trying to turn it into a straight arm lock. He might use that to cut an angle here. There's the dig. Here's the arm lock attempt. Figure 4 defense. Switching back off now into his dead orchard. Oh, this is big trouble for Rosales.
Just 90 seconds into regulation. Rosales in a bit of survival mode here against Derek Rayfield.
He got it.
Wow, nicely done. And again, short work in our quarterfinal round. That's the quickest round I think we've ever had in any of these tournaments.
No question. That was the longest match, and it was 90 seconds.
Wow.